Huge updates for Mickey's Toontown, as well as Mickey Minnie's Runaway Railway as we head into the Disney 100 celebration at the Disneyland Resort. We also have a new reopening timeline for the Haunted Mansion, updates for Magic Keys, and more on this week's episode of the Disneyland Weekly News. Welcome to the Disneyland Weekly News. I'm David Vaughn. It's January 2023, week 4. And before we get into the biggest updates, here's what news you may have missed this week. First up, the Disneyland Resort will celebrate soulfully this February for Black History Month, and the Disneyland tradition of Celebrate Gospel returns to Disneyland Park on Saturdays, February 18th and 25th. You can catch the show at the Fantasyland Theater from 2:30 p.m. to 7 p.m. Disneyland describes the show as a powerful tribute to gospel music, showcasing uplifting performances by award-winning gospel music stars, recording artists, and community choirs, each showing their own distinctive style. And during Celebrate Gospel, you can also check out new snacks offered at Troubadour Tavern. There's going to be a honey-baked fried turkey leg and a red velvet bundt cake. You also won't want to miss how Downtown Disney will celebrate soulfully this year. There'll be family crafts, live music, and more. There'll also be a Black-owned food truck called Wings and Waffles in Downtown Disney from February 9th through March 5th. You can catch it near the Star Wars Trading Post. Disneyland also dropped a foodie guide for Celebrate Soulfully. These items will be available from February 1st through the 28th. There's shrimp and grits at Cafe Orleans, as well as a peach cobbler donut at Jolly Holiday Bakery Cafe. At Riverbell Terrace, you can try the Southern Barbecue Platter. There'll also be new food available at the Disneyland Hotels and Ralph Brennan's Jazz Kitchen. And over at Disney California Adventure, Moon Girl is making her first appearance in the parks. She's from the upcoming show Moon Girl and Devil Dinosaur, first debuting on Disney Channel and then later on Disney+. You'll be able to see her sometime in mid-February in Hollywoodland just for a limited time. It's interesting to me that Moon Girl is going to be in Hollywoodland rather than Avengers Campus because she is technically part of Marvel Comics, but maybe because she's not technically part of the MCU and therefore not part of the MCU theme park experience, it makes sense for her to be in Hollywoodland instead. And back at Disneyland Park, the Opera House on Main Street will also have a new exhibit. Just outside of Great Moments with Mr. Lincoln, Disneyland brings to life the historic relationship between Frederick Douglass and Abraham Lincoln. You can catch this exhibit starting January 27th. Over at Disney California Adventure, the Lunar New Year celebration has officially begun. It will run through February 15th. And Disney brought out Oswald the Rabbit and Hortensia the Cat to celebrate Year of the Rabbit and the Vietnamese Year of the Cat. If you're not familiar, Hortensia first appeared in the 1927 animated short The Banker's Daughter. She was originally Oswald's love interest and appears that she still might be. This is also Hortensia's first appearance in a US Disney park. She has previously been seen at Disneyland Paris. And Disneyland has given us a reopening timeline for the Haunted Mansion. As previously reported, the Haunted Mansion holiday was extended through January 29th. The attraction will close on January 30th, and now we know that it will reopen as the original version of the ride on February 10th. So most of this closure is just to get rid of all of the Haunted Mansion holiday overlay and make it back into the original version of the attraction. We also have a big update for Magic Key sales at Disneyland. The annual passes were previously only sold during certain times during the day, and they usually close at 10 p.m. and then resume sales in the morning. But now it looks like Magic Keys are on sale continuously, and all key pass types except for the Enchant Key are still continuously available. This means that you can purchase a Magic Key pretty much anytime you go. It's pretty interesting to see that Disneyland is now continuously selling Magic Keys just like they did before. I don't expect the Enchant Key to go back on sale anytime soon. It was just incredibly popular. There also might just be a certain number of limited availability per key type, and maybe the Enchant Key has exceeded that. However, if you are renewing, you are able to downgrade or upgrade to the Enchant Key or stay on the Enchant Key if you currently have it. Looks like it's time for snack of the week. This week I'm bringing a breakfast item. It's the Impossible Shawarma in Avengers Campus. It's a plant-based sausage and egg omelet wrapped with dairy-free American cheese and crispy potato bites served with spice maple syrup. It's $13.49 at the Shawarma Palace Cards in Avengers Campus. This is one of my absolute favorites. It's super hearty and a great way to start your day. You don't even need the spice maple syrup, but I think it's a really good addition. Before I get into these big updates for Mickey's Toontown and Runaway Railway, if you don't want to miss out on the latest Disneyland news, make sure you hit the subscribe button, but also click that notification bell. That way you'll get alerted every time I post a Disneyland update video and you won't miss out on the latest news. So over at Disneyland, there's a new sign for Mickey's Toontown. It's a bit of an update from the previous one, but as you can see, it's a lot more colorful and it'll be welcoming guests in a fresh new way. So as I previously reported, Mickey's Toontown won't reopen until March 8th, but because Mickey Minnie's Runaway Railway is opening on the 27th, you will be able to go in through the main entrance of the land. You'll just be blocked off from seeing a huge portion of the other parts of it that they're updating for the spring. Also for Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway, as I said last week, it will use a virtual queue. These times will drop at 7 a.m. and 1 p.m. I actually did do a post video on this, giving you some tips for how to best join the virtual queue. So if you're a little anxious and wondering, hey, am I going to make sure that I get in on this ride? Well, then I highly recommend checking out that video because I break it down step by step for how you can access the virtual queue. But also remember, you won't be able to use Disney Genie Plus to access the Lightning Lane for this attraction. Same goes for DAS, which is the Disability Access Service. You will have to join the virtual queue. Another option though is paying for individual Lightning Lane. We don't know the pricing on that just yet, but it will fluctuate per day. My guess is that it will cost closer to what Radiator Springs Racers is charging for individual Lightning Lanes versus Star Wars Rise of Resistance, which is a minimum $25. I don't think it'll go that high as a minimum. I would expect it to be maybe more around the $20 range. But I don't know, we'll see how much demand this ride has for it. We also have glimpses of the Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway cast costumes. These are said to be transformable. Disney also says the artwork that's on the vest was designed by Joseph Holt, who's an animator and artist who works on the cartoon shorts. The costume designer said our cast members and their costumes are completely in line with the vision of the entire attraction, and they really are part of the show. So remember, if you've already been on Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway at Walt Disney World, Mickey's Toontown version at Disneyland is different. It's gonna have a completely different queue as well as an additional show scene. I'm not gonna give away too much right now, but it is really exciting to see. With all of that said, Disneyland uses a virtual queue in order to manage crowds, but I want to know, what is your opinion of the Disneyland virtual queue? Do you think it's fair? Do you think that they should continue to do it? Or do you have a completely different opinion? I want to know. Leave in the comments below. Again, I'm David Vaughn. Thanks for joining me today, and I'll see you next time.